Chapter 7 of Puss in Boots Jr. and Tom Thumb. Poor Cock Robin. A little while after Puss and Tom Thumb had left the house of the three bears, they heard the sound of a bell, and by, as they went farther into the wood, the sound grew louder and louder. And just then Puss Jr. saw a sparrow in a tree. He sat very still, holding a bow in one claw and an arrow in the other. So Puss said, "Who killed Cock Robin?" "I," said the sparrow, "with my bow and arrow. I killed Cock Robin." "How did you know Cock Robin was killed?" asked Tom Thumb. "I didn't," replied Puss, "but when I saw the bow and arrow in the claws of that sparrow, I suspected him. Sparrows are always fighting robins, you know." All this time the bell kept on tolling, and oh dear me, it was a mournful sound. "Who saw him die?" asked Tom Thumb. "I," said the fly, "with my little eye, I saw him die." And then the little fly flew over to a bush close to a brook and looked into the sparkling water. And just then a pretty fish with a little dish in its mouth swam up close to the edge of the ferns and water grasses. "Poor Cock Robin," said Puss Jr. to the little fish. "Who caught his blood?" "Who caught his blood?" "I," said the fish. "With my little dish, I caught his blood." "It's very sad," whispered Tom Thumb, as he and Puss turned away from the brook and continued their way through the wood. "All the idle people in the forest are doing something to show how sorry they are." "I wonder who will make his shroud," said Puss Jr. All of a sudden, a big black beetle crawled out from under a log, carrying a large white cloth. "Who will make his shroud?" "Who will make his shroud?" "I," said the beetle. "With my thread and needle, I'll make his shroud." And after that he sat down and took out his needle and thread and began to work on the shroud for poor Cock Robin. End of chapter 7.